meaty sounding. Are you looking to buy a mini tiller, mini rotavator, little cultivator, or even a garden scratcher? Well, today we're going to check out 4 different types from 4 different brands. Let's get cracking.
Tested by Machinery Nation.
We've got a Honda-powered mini tiller from Mantis, a more traditional small tiller from EuroSystems, a petrol-powered multi-tool tiller from Stihl, and a battery-powered multi-tool tiller from Ego. Thank you to Aspen for supplying the fuel for this video. Right, I've got this 5 metre by 5 metre vegetable bed. So first up is the Italian-made little EuroSystems small tiller. A bit more traditional, you know, that's what people are used to. Right, let's start her up. Start down that way on that handle, and then, and we're away. How about that? Oh, we've got to take the wheel kit off. That was nice and easy. There we go, take the wheel kit off, and then you've still got your depth stop there. So, in with the handle. That's right, in with the handle. And we're going. We're rotavating. We're rotavating, yes we are. Look at this. Quite good that. The EuroSystems Z2 is powered by a 4-stroke Briggs & Stratton 125cc engine, has a 40cm working width, weighs 29 kilos and comes with a wheel transport kit. The link for this product is in our description. There we go, nice deep tilth. Look at that, nice fine tilth, all ready for creating a nice seed bed. Nice, right, next one. Right, it's time for the little Honda engined Mantis. Oh yes it is. Probably the most, you know, well-known mini tiller on the market. Little kickstand, you know, because it is a motorbike. Up and around, up with a choke, prime the priming bulb, and, oh, she nearly went. Choke down, there she is. Oh, can you even hear her? Can you hear her? So quiet. I know. Oh. Right, you can leave the kickstand down and just tip her back on the kickstand a little bit like that. There we go. Warm her up, and then when she's ready, dip her into the soil. Put your kickstand up, and now we're mini tilling. Oh yeah, we are. The Mantis Deluxe is powered by a 4-stroke Honda engine, has a 23cm working width, weighs 12 kilos and comes with a kickstand and front bumper. The link for this product is in our description. There we are, nice bit of tilth again. Look at that, all ready to be raked over and plant it up. Mr. Stihl, it is now your turn. Oh yes it is, with the KM131. That is what it is. Had to double check. Right, let's fire her up. So, on button is an auto on. Prime the fuel, turn, put the choke in, turn it, and she should fire up. Being a 4-mix engine, this will be quite meaty sounding, and it's the biggest combi tool they do. Whoa, this is away. Whoa. The Stihl KM131 combi unit has a 36cc 2-stroke 4-mix engine. The BF KM attachment has a working width of 22 centimetres and combined weighs 8.5 kilos. The link for this product is in our description. Right, so I'm going to change my angle of direction. I'm going to pull it rather than push it. So there we are, that's what it's produced. Hasn't gone quite as deep as the Mantis or the EuroSystems, but it's left a nice fine tilth on the top. So can battery power live up to the same as petrol? Let's find out, because this is actually my very own rotavator attachment or tiller attachment for my Ego multi-tool. This is the new Ego multi-tool head unit, which I haven't used before. Let's see if it sticks up to the task. Let's have a go. Definitely nice and quiet. I can have a nice little conversation with myself. We'll do the same we've done with the Stihl, go up through here a bit, and then we'll pull it backwards. The Ego PH1420 multi-tool unit runs on a 56 volt system and has 2 speed settings. The cultivator attachment has a working width of 24 centimetres with a combined weight of 8.9 kilos. And today we are using a 5 amp hour battery. The link for this product is in the description. If you ever got a hot engine here, you can actually hold it much easier. You hold it with one hand, rest it against your hip. Nice and simple. Oh, big stone there. Right, we've got some solid ground here. Right, let's try in hard ground. Yes, it's not grassy ground. To be quite honest, small tillers are terrible if you're just going to go into grassy ground. It's not going to do it. You need something bigger. Kill the grass off first, dig it over properly. Don't bother trying to do it with a small tiller. Best advice I ever give you. But this is soily, there's no grass on the top, so we're just going to try here. It's never been dug before, so let's give it a go. EuroSystems up first. Let's start her up and try and dig some hard... Oi, shh! Let's try and dig some hard ground. Admittedly, we've got some tree roots here as well, which aren't going to help. And rotavators, or tillers, do like to bounce around on the top quite a bit. But it is doing the job. Right, Mantis time. Time for the Stihl. Oh. And now for the Ego. To be fair, all 4 machines have done it, and being mini tillers in harder ground is not the easiest job for them. But we've got the EuroSystems here, which has definitely gone deeper, even with the tree roots. Because I know what you were going to say. It wasn't fair on the EuroSystems because it's nearest a tree. All right, granted. But then we went in with the Mantis, and that done a really good job, and it's actually got quite a finer tilt on the harder ground than it did actually on the softer ground. So that's interesting. And then with the Stihl and the Ego, very, very similar results. But no, it's good. Let's do another test. So a very common reason for people to buy a mini tiller is because they want to use it on raised vegetable beds. Oh yes, we've got some nice raised beds here, so we're going to test them. Can you lift them in? Is it easy? Can you work with it from outside the bed, or do you have to get in the bed? So the biggest one, which is the EuroSystems, which is the more traditional machine, is going to be quite clumsy to lift in there. Yeah, I can probably manage it, but can you? So let's give it a go and lift it in. So there we go. we can lift it in, that's not a problem. That's quite easy. You can then take the wheel kit off because it's nice at a nice height. So right, let's start it up and see how easy it is to use that in a raised bed. The nice thing about it, this one has got reverse, so you can just reverse back through on your bed. Easy. The bed this side is quite easy to manoeuvre actually. So you've got nice big handles to be able to get all the way around and reverse back through. It's a lot easier than I thought it was going to be. So that was actually really, really easy for a bigger machine to manoeuvre that bed. Obviously these beds are quite small. If you've got big wide beds, you're going to have to get in them. But the idea of raised beds is that you can work from the outside and not have to be in the bed in the first place. Big machine, yes, it's got quite a weight to it to lift it in and out, but done a really good job. It was really easy because you've got the nice big long handle, so you haven't got to stretch too far. So I'm actually quite surprised of how well that done that. Right, so the little Mantis, it is obviously nice and light and easy to lift in. You know, it's still got a weight to it, obviously, but it's much lighter than the other one to be able to lift in the bed. Right, let's start her up and till this bed. Again, with the long handles, it is making this nice and easy to be able to reach across the bed. And go right across to the other side. Obviously with this one, I'm having to work it forward and back to be able to get it to go where I need it to go. But then you just do it from the other side and drag the soil where you need to drag it. So there is a little bit more moving around with this one, but it's still done a fantastic job. It's gone nice and deep. It's got the soil looking like we need it to look. I like rake over and it'll be as level as the other one. But obviously the advantage with this is obviously the weight to be able to lift it in and out, but also the narrowness. So once you've got beds planted up, you can then have it so you can go up through the rows, maybe not in a raised bed, but probably more in a bigger one. Right, it's now time for the multi-tool systems, and first up with the Stihl. We've split this bed in half for the Stihl, half for the Ego. Obviously you've got the easiness of being able to move this around. So let's fire her up, do some tilling. So it's certainly done the job, and being nice and long, again, it's really easy to reach across it all. It's left a lovely fine tilth, even though the soil is quite wet. And again, it just needs to rake down afterwards. It's not sort of tilling its own little bit, you're sort of pulling it forward and back to work it. I know, pretty cool. Right, let's try the Ego. The Ego has very similar results to the Stihl. Again, you're working the soil forward and back to get to where you want to be able to cultivate, but it's doing a good job. Again, it's quite damp soil, you know, you can squeeze it in a ball and it turns quite clayey, but it's still doing a really, really good job. So yeah, very impressed. So there we have 4 very different tillers, and hopefully this video has been useful to show you what they can and can't do, what they're good at, what they're not good at. And to be quite honest, the traditional tiller has done a really cracking job, but yes, it is a little bit heavier, it's a little bit clumsier to move around, but it does the job really, really, really well. The Mantis, you've got a massive weight advantage, and it's narrow so you can get up in between the rows. It's got a nice little Honda engine on, so it's good reliability, it's extremely well made, and it's got the heritage of the Mantis tillers themselves, which have been around for a long, long time. The 2 multi-tools, very similar in what they can produce. One is petrol, one is battery, and again, they are very, very good, easy, versatile tools. The best thing about that is that you can actually put a lot of other implements onto those machines. So you just got one engine, both those tools, you can take the tillers off. You can put on a hedge trimmer, a strimmer, a pruner, a brush, lots of different items you can put on the end of them. So you're reducing your maintenance costs by having only one engine. And with the Mantis, you can have other attachments to be able to put on it. So you can put an edger on, you can put a scarifier on. Again, there's lots of different advantages to the Mantis. And with the main tiller, this is just a single-use product. It just is a rotavator, and that is it. But it does a cracking job. So hopefully this video has been useful, and you can now make a decision on which product is right for you. But we're Machinery Nation, and we bring you videos every Tuesday and Friday all about tools and machinery. So please consider subscribing, click the like button, and ding that notification bell so you don't miss out on any of our action. We'll see you in the next one. Cheerio.